Mike, it's finally here. Sad to say it's, or not sad to say it's Thanksgiving, but sad to say it is the end of the high school football season. It started when it was 1,000,000 degrees outside. Now you walk outside and you're freezing with your jacket on. And I sound like I've been gargling razor blades because of the cold I've gotten. But so anyway, we have reached the end of the high school football season. Thanksgiving Day, the biggest game day of them all. And let's take a look at the games for the holiday. And Mike, we're going to start with North Andover at Andover. On the surface, you look at it on paper, 5-5 Andover, 6-4 North Andover. Seems like it could be close. We all know that's not really the case here.
4-6 North Andover.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say, 4-6 North Andover. That's not really the case because Andover's played its best football of late. They got rolled over by Everett, but they played great down the stretch with upsets. A couple upsets in the playoffs against Lexington. The prep, EJ's playing otherworldly ball. You think Andover's got a big advantage here?
I hate to fall back on that lame cliche in a big rivalry game, but North Andover, look it up, always steps up its game at Andover. Concern is they gave up 66 points through 3 quarters, and I think it might have been 58 points in the middle 2 quarters against Lowell. Lowell, a very average team. Was that just an awful game, or is the defense just not there? You have to bring the defense against E.J. Perry, Cedric Gillette, Joe Rockwell, and co. Figure Andover wins this one.
The scary thing is Andover's offense much better than Lowell's offense. So, like you said, probably be a big day for Gillette, big day for Rockwell. Andover comes out on top in that one. Haverhill, speaking of Lowell, Haverhill is traveling to Lowell. Haverhill's 8-2. Lowell is 4-6. Haverhill still angry about the playoff loss. They want to finish 9-2. They're looking good in this one.
Yeah, in a short season like football, every win is huge. You know, if you win this game, all of a sudden, instead of the best team in 10 years, you might be the best team in 34 years, or whatever the numbers come out to being. 9-2 season, you're among the all-time greats in history. You might be the greatest since the Dan Conway teams of whatever, what was that, late, early 70s or something. I can't see them not being ready the way they played post-elimination by Everett. This clinches their legacy. They're one of the all-time great teams, very, very short list in modern Haverhill history. Haverhill wins big.
We talked a lot about J.C. Laguerre, and rightfully so. He's a really great running back. But you got so many guys that are making big plays down the stretch. You got Aaron Brooks. You got Deshaun Watson. Just so many big play guys. I see Haverhill rolling in this one. Now, I'd love to be able to say this next one's going to be a close one. Central versus Lawrence. Back at Lawrence Stadium, so that's got everybody excited. But obviously, Central's a very good team. Lawrence is winless. Central's got Brett Edwards back, but even if they didn't, Central's going to roll.
Yeah, I hate to see a team go winless, and if they had a lesser foe, maybe they could have pulled it off, the win for Lawrence, but they sort of had their chances the last couple of weeks versus beatable foes and just came up short. So you figure Central's going to be awfully tough to beat in this one.
Even if Edwards wasn't back, Matt Horgan's still a darn good backup. He gets to move back to his more natural position now, and Central's going to win this. Drake going to Methuen. Methuen sees themselves as the underdog in this one. I was talking to their coach and a bunch of their team, and Tom Ryan was saying, we feel like the underdog. We know people are picking Drake in this one. I feel like Mike Levasseur is Drake's big play guy. I like Methuen in this one.
It's going to be a tough one. I think this is the we had a good season bowl. You win this one, you had a good season. You lose it, I don't think you can really look in the mirror and say we had a good season. Drake is 6-4, although I think they beat a Commonwealth Conference team in there. That's a little bit of an asterisk, call it 6-4, but they're 6-4. Methuen's 5-5. You lose. You couldn't beat Drake in a real tough game on Thanksgiving, and you have a losing record. If I'm a Ranger, I'm not going to look at that and say, boy, didn't we have a fine season. Realistically, you probably didn't have a fine season. Same with Drake. You got to win this rivalry game. You're right on the bubble. Big for both teams. Jordan Perdomo puts Methuen over the top, but definitely a big one for the Rangers to prove they did have a good season.
Methuen's a different team with Jordan Perdomo at quarterback. David Kelly's a terrific athlete, not a natural quarterback. He was filling in when Perdomo was hurt. I was at their practice the other day. They were going really hard in really cold conditions. So I like Methuen. Greater Lawrence, traveling to Whittier. Greater Lawrence, solid season. Not a great season, but a very solid season at 6-4. Whittier struggled. They're 3-7. Guys like O.J. Belliard, Calvats Patsalos are going out in this game, and you gotta like Greater Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, tip your cap to Whittier. They had that dreadful start at 0-5, righted the ship, won 3 of their last 5. Competition maybe wasn't quite what the first half of the season was, but nonetheless finished strong. They'd be fired up to pull off the upset, but Belliard really wants to go out on top and confirm that he's one of the great running backs in Reggie history. With the big game today, you'd probably have to put him in a pretty short list.
Pawtucket's 5-5. They're going for their 7th straight Thanksgiving victory over Triton. But Triton's 8-3. They won the Division IV North Final. They went to the state semifinals. Like I jocked in that one, but still, they're a very dangerous team. I should probably leave this pronunciation to you, but I'm going to try it anyway. Louis Leroux.
Whenever you call pronunciation, yes, you should put it to me. Gotcha.
What is it?
Pronunciation. Yeah, I think Louis Leroux is probably right. If not, we'll do better next year if Louis is back.
And anyway, great quarterback. He's over 1,000. I think he's around 1,300 passing. It's about 700 rushing. I just looked at the numbers now. I can't remember. Brian Hughes is his go-to quarterback, go-to receiver. I'm hard pressed. Boy, it hurts me to pick against Pawtucket in this one, but I have a feeling Triton's probably the team to pick in this.
Yeah, I think the dynamic sort of forces you to pick Triton. As you mentioned, the Pawtucket winning streak, so Triton's going to be ready because they've been embarrassed in recent years. And then they were embarrassed by Hanover 55-13, so you don't want to have an awesome season like they have, come off a 55-13 shellacking, and then lose to your arch rival for the 7th straight year. So they'll lick their wounds from just playing on the short rest from playing on Saturday. They'll get it together, and I think they knock off the Sachems.
But it wouldn't surprise me if Pawtucket won.
So Dave is picking both teams?
Nope, I'm picking Triton.
Okay.
But and North Reading, speaking of teams that suffered tough playoff losses, traveling to Linfield. North Reading's 8-2. Linfield's 5-4. You got Matt McCarthy one more time. His last time with North Reading, he's probably going to run for 250 yards and lead North Reading to a win in this one.
Yeah, he needs a big game so he can say to his brother CJ, another great runner from a few years back, I'm the best of the Big Mac Attack McCarthy brothers. So Matt delivers, and so do the Hornets.
And wrapping up the slate, we got Georgetown at 5-4, traveling to Manchester Essex at 5-5. Both have had solid seasons. I'm leaning towards Manchester Essex.
I'm going to go the opposite way because the lone common opponent is Essex Tech. The Royals beat them by 19. Manchester lost to them by 14.
Well, there you go. Okay, so we end the season on a differing on a pick. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching all season. We really appreciate it. And let's finish this in style. Let's go out and see some good high school football on Thanksgiving.